Now, you say, why did you have to form your own party, Bill? There are a lot of splinter conservative parties, right? I mean, there's the Libertarian Party, which agrees with me that we should keep government small. But they also believe we should hand out dope at abortion mills to Al-Qaeda terrorists. Then there's the Constitution Party, which agrees with me on gay marriage and abortion. But do we really want to trust the Constitution that much? Trust a 200-year-old document? Remember what the Bible said about false prophets? The other party that I was looking at was the U.S. Taxpayers Party. Because we all know taxes are the most dangerous threat to Americans today. But it turns out the U.S. Taxpayers Party is the Constitution Party. So, why did you leave the Republican Party, Bill, is your next question. You guys, I'm sure, are all staunch Republicans, and you can't imagine leaving. Well, I'll tell you why I had to leave, and it broke my heart. It's 4 simple words. John Sidney McCain III. Wait, I'm doing that with the Roman numeral, so it's 4 words. John Sidney McCain, 1, 2, 3. That is why I had to leave. Is he really that liberal? You're asking yourself. He's old, he's white. Can he really be that liberal? And I say to you, yes. I say to you that he is Barack Obama light. Lay out some points for you. McCain switched his religion from Episcopalian to Baptist. B. Hussein switched his religion from Muslim to Christian. It's very similar. McCain was born in the Panama Canal Zone to 2 American citizens. B. Hussein is an anchor baby for his illegal immigrant father. It's pretty similar. McCain wants to talk about stopping torturing terrorists. B. Hussein actually wants to stop torturing terrorists. That's pretty similar. Now you may say, I vote for the lesser of 2 evils all the time, you know, Beelzebub over the other guy, whatever. In this case, it's pretty clear that McCain is the lesser of the 2 evils because he's only talking about stopping terrorists. Am I right? But it turns out that in Washington these days, even for the biggest hypocrite, there's not much of a difference between what people say and what people do, because they're not really doing anything. Not only are there issues where McCain is B. Hussein light, but there are issues where they hold the exact same opinion, the exact same position. And I don't like to use nicknames to disparage people. But it seems to me like they're just one Hussein. For instance, they both are okay with an unlimited flood of illegal immigrants coming in from Mexico. You wake up, your job is gone. You ask people what's going on, they go, ah! It's like the invasion of the body snatchers, but with sombreros. Oh my God. And it's not just Mexican people coming from the south, it's cheap and dangerous Canadian prescription drugs coming from the north. Now why would Hussein do that? There's a guy who between the 2 of them, has 2 college degrees and a law degree. He knows. Why would Hussein want access to cheap, dangerous drugs? Could it be because one of them was admittedly doing blow in college? Could it be one of them hasn't released his medical records because his cancerous septuagenarian body is wasting away? Or could it be his wife, who can no longer steal painkillers from her nonprofit? Actually, between me and you guys, I'm really sad about Cindy McCain. Come on in, there's still some seats for sitting. I'm really sad about Cindy McCain. She has been living an honorable life. She married a war hero. She's the heiress to a beer distributor. And it's just, why would somebody so honorable, why would somebody who's a beer distributor think they could turn to addictive chemicals to solve their problems? It just makes you think. So I'm going to give you another issue where they're the same. For months, I was worried that the next president would be the member of a deranged cult. I was worried that they would come in with these crazy laws that didn't make any sense, but they said, you got to follow them or the apocalypse is coming. And that they were working with people who were going to make millions of dollars if we followed these crazy laws. Thankfully, Tom Cruise didn't run and Mitt Romney dropped out. I thought we didn't have to worry about people being involved in cults. It turns out Mexico Sane believes in global warming. That's the most dangerous cult of all. Now let me tell you, I'm a strict constructionist. I believe in the Constitution as it was written before the Industrial Revolution. But these global warming nut jobs want us to use the technology from before the Industrial Revolution. I hope you guys know how to operate the spinning jenny. Because I sure don't. Speaking of operating machinery very poorly, I'm going to talk about John McCain's war record. People have said, come on, it's a Bill Klein Townhall. Okay, I'll catch you on the flip side. People have been saying to me, Bill, I know that you are worried about John McCain as a liberal. I know that you're worried that he's changed every position he's had since at least 2003 and a couple times before that. But even though he uses his war service as his first recourse in any argument as a bludgeon, you have to respect it for being honorable. I thought he had a pretty good point. And then I started getting hooked up for these Swift Boot Veterans for Truth people who started up in South Carolina. Anyone who emulates the Swift Boat veterans is near and dear to my heart. Do you guys know where it was that John McCain was held prisoner? You guys know the name of?
Hanoi.
The Hanoi Hilton! The Hilton! You know what that is? That's like a Marriott, only you can't make Mitt Romney feel bad about pornography. You guys know that story about Marriott? Anyone? Okay. So Marriott is this hotel owned by a guy, Marriott. And Marriott is one of them Mormon folk. And Mitt Romney is one of them Mormon folk, so they hook up. Those guys tight as a soccer ball. And Marriott showing pornography, so they say, Mitt Romney, stop showing pornography. Anyway, I was talking to my friend Tony Zirkle about if we can get them to stop showing these pornographies at the Hilton, where John McCain was. He said, you can't stop showing pornographies at the Hilton because their daughter is doing pornographies. He said they have a daughter, I don't, I'm not that internet and whatever. They have a daughter who's got the name of a place who's been doing pornographies. And this is going out to the internet too. It's not just to you guys. So I want to address, maybe she'll hear me, this daughter with the name of the place who's doing pornographies. Hannah Montana, shame on you! Put a shirt on! So not only was John McCain living it up in the cushiest, come on in, we're talking about John McCain the traitor. Not only was he living it up watching pornographies, but do you know how many planes he blew up while he was serving? 4. John Sidney McCain III. 4! Now how can we trust him with taxpayer dollars if he's going to blow up airplanes he's sitting in? Even when life and limb is at stake, he's okay with burning this taxpayer dollar. If he's not going to keep track of taxpayer dollars when his body's at stake, how can we trust him to hold the line against the National Endowment for the Arts?